Lần đầu tiên xin chào các độc giả đã đến với website rèn luyện kỹ năng.com. Khi tìm đến với website rèn luyện kỹ năng, chắc hẳn bạn đang mong muốn tìm cho mình một công cụ tốt nhất trong quá trình rèn luyện kỹ năng. Kỹ năng ở đây có thể là kỹ năng lãnh đạo, kỹ năng bán hàng, kỹ năng mềm, kỹ năng sống và rất nhiều các kỹ năng khác. Thông thường khi nghĩ đến việc rèn luyện các kỹ năng như chúng tôi đã đề cập ở trên, chúng ta thường hay nghĩ đến việc tìm mua cái đầu sách hoặc tham gia các chương trình hội thảo. Nhưng trong cuộc sống bận rộn của thế kỷ 21, thời gian và tiền bạc là hai thứ luôn bị giới hạn nhiều nhất. Với sự ra đời của website rèn luyện kỹ năng.com, chúng tôi mang đến cho bạn một công cụ tốt hơn trong việc rèn luyện kỹ năng của mình, đó chính là các DVD rèn luyện kỹ năng. Bạn sẽ không còn phải tốn quá nhiều thời gian để đọc sách hay tốn quá nhiều tài chính để tham gia các chương trình hội thảo. Chỉ cần bỏ DVD vào đầu máy, ngay lập tức bạn đã có thể tận hưởng những thước phim quý giá được chia sẻ từ các diễn giả nổi tiếng tại Việt Nam và trên thế giới. Website rèn luyện kỹ năng.com cung cấp đầy đủ cho bạn các DVD rèn luyện kỹ năng trên nhiều lĩnh vực. Tất cả các DVD rèn luyện kỹ năng của các diễn giả nước ngoài có tại website rèn luyện kỹ năng.com đều có phụ đề 100%, hỗ trợ tối đa cho quý độc giả khi theo dõi. Rèn luyện kỹ năng.com cam kết chất lượng tất cả các DVD khi cung cấp cho quý khách hàng. Với hân hạnh được phục vụ cho rất nhiều các khách hàng trên cả nước. Chỉ cần click đặt hàng, trong vòng 1 đến 3 ngày, bạn đã có thể cầm sản phẩm trong tay. Rèn luyện kỹ năng hân hạnh được phục vụ quý khách.
Funding for this emotional life is provided by the following.
I was in Dubai, the Gulf, China, Japan. You name it, wherever I was able to do my job, take care of the country, as well as get my degree at the same time. My name is Marquita. I'm a petty officer, first class in the United States Navy, and I am a Phoenix.
SAMHSA, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
And by
the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. And by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Everybody wants happiness. It's a universal human desire. But it's a desire not easily satisfied. We search without finding it, and when we do find it, it doesn't seem to last very long.
Why is it that it is so difficult for us to hold on to contentment? And why are we so fleeting, and why are we so fickle? Why is it that one day the things that make us happy, the next day bring us misery?
Happiness, get over yourself. What happiness? You know, life is going to be always challenging, is always going to be a pain, so get over it.
I don't think it's that much of a mystery. If you don't have a job that you like, and you're not having sex, you're just not going to be happy.
I think happiness is a temporary state, but it's a juicy one.
I'm Dan Gilbert. I'm a social psychologist and a professor here at Harvard University. For centuries, happiness has been a subject for poets and philosophers. But in the last few decades, psychologists, neuroscientists, even economists have begun to study happiness using the same scientific methods they use to study every other aspect of human behavior. Of course, scientists have only recently gotten into the happiness business, but that business has been booming for a long time.
You have to train your mind to recall the simple successes you can have.
Turn on the television, surf the web, visit a bookstore, and you'll see that there's no shortage of people offering advice about happiness.
Success University. It'll be fun, y'all.
All my needs, desires, and goals.
They're all part of a large and growing business known as the self-help industry.
The liberation from the horizontal image.
This industry may or may not have made anyone happy, but it's definitely made some people very rich. Last year, Americans spent about $10 billion on self-help.
You're in the preferred section.
Much of that money was brought in by conferences like this one, run by Hay House, a leading self-help publisher.
For just $40,
Hay House sells books and DVDs on everything from diet and personal fitness to fairy magic and angel. There's a lot of money to be spent here.
Yes, there is.
Yes. How much money are you going to spend here?
Well, we didn't even make it around the tables, but it looks like we're going to be spending a lot. Stuff looks great.
The desire for happiness drives different people toward different things. Some have come here hoping to lose weight. Some are hoping to find a new partner, a new career, or a whole new view of the universe.
Unbelievably, amazingly in the mind-over-body connection.
Yeah.
Getting a better job, love, relationships,
all the good things in life. But some people have come here with very serious problems, and they may not be in the right place. Many have been drawn by Louise Hay, the founder of Hay House. She claims to have cured herself of cancer through positive thinking and other self-help techniques, and she tells others that they can do it too. Although her claims have never been medically verified, she's been a guest on Oprah, and her memoir, Heal Your Life, has sold over 35 million copies, making her one of the best-selling authors of all time.
Please join me in welcoming Louise Hay.
I choose the thoughts that make me feel good. And if you will be very careful about the thoughts you think, that you choose to think.
Hay is right when she says that our thoughts affect our feelings and that we have some control over the thoughts we think.
Life loves you. I love you. Do you love you? That's the important thing. Thank you. Thank you. I accept. I do. You're damn right.
But Hay also believes that thoughts are the cause of all misfortunes.
Because remember, somebody who has depression is choosing thoughts that make them feel rotten.
That by thinking the wrong way, we can give ourselves cancer or AIDS or depression, cause cars to hit us, or make ourselves the target of a terrorist attack.
And when I became 80, I decided that it was going to be the best decade of my entire life. And it is. I'm 82.
As I go through your book, I see all sorts of maladies and various kinds of thoughts that you say can cause them. Alzheimer's is an inability to face life, leprosy, inability to handle life at all.
Oh, you're picking the fun ones. People who have Alzheimer's are really removing themselves from life completely.
How do you know? How do you know what you're saying is
my
right?
inner ding.
Your inner ding?
My inner ding.
Ding?
It speaks to me, yes. It feels right or it doesn't feel right. Happiness is choosing thoughts that make you feel good. It's really very simple.
I hear you saying that even if there were no proof for what you believed, or even if there was scientific evidence against it.
Oh, I don't believe in scientific evidence. I really don't. And science is fairly new. It hasn't been around that long. We think it's such a big deal, but it's, it's just a way of looking at life.
But you're telling it to millions of people, and you're telling them it's right for them, too.
I'm telling them what's right for me. My inner ding, that's all I can say.
You know what? Science is fairly new. But when we want to know what causes stars to explode or butterflies to migrate, we rely on scientific evidence rather than our inner ding. So why not do the same thing to find out what causes human happiness?
For thousands of years, philosophers were asking about happiness and talking about happiness, but without any data. And only probably in the last 30 or 40 years have we actually collected scientific data, rigorous data, measured happiness, and started to begin to see what is it that leads to happiness.
Psychologist Ed Diener is a pioneer in the study of happiness. Since 1980, he and his collaborators have crossed the globe to measure it, surveying diverse communities from the Maasai tribe in Africa to the Inuit of northern Canada to the Amish of rural Pennsylvania and many, many others. And the methods Diener uses are as diverse as his subjects.
In happiness research, we ask people how happy they are on a 1 to 10 scale. We also look at brain waves. You can look at hormones like cortisol that reflect stress, for example. You can also ask family and friends how happy that person is, because family and friends see how happy they say they are and how happy they act in everyday lives.
Diener has gathered data on nearly 250,000 people and has found that the happy ones have better health, better relationships, better sex lives, better careers, and better just about everything else.
We think that's an evolutionary thing, and the people who are happy probably outachieve the other people and outreproduce them, and there's more of us around now.
Diener's findings have been confirmed by psychologists, neuroscientists, and economists around the world. We now know a great deal about what actually makes people happy, and it isn't always what we think.
What does happiness mean to you?